Hello everyone, and welcome to the US Grand Prix. So, it is of course then, round 18, around the COTA circuit, on my ultimate career mode in my Mana Mercedes car. And, well, it's been a pretty solid season so far, hasn't it? And, again, I'm hoping that no spoilers here, but, well, we've got half a chance at the title, and this is a track that I certainly enjoy. It's not one that I don't feel I've always been necessarily the best on, but it is certainly a track I enjoy. It is a track that suits me, it's just perhaps not the best track for me. So here's the layout then, so very high speed first sector, going into a second sector that's dominated by long straights and big braking zones and traction zones, and then third sector is kind of a mix of all three really, and two DRS zones, one on the start finish straight, one on the very long back straight. Hopefully we won't be needing those. I'm hoping for a nice pole position as I have had in the past, but yeah, if it's dry, I'm not going to hold my breath for that one. So there it is then, 6th in the championship at the moment, 30 points back, 4 races left to go. So I need about, well, I need 7 points per race, don't I? So I need to win every single race, and it doesn't matter where anyone else comes. But, well, winning every race in a manner, I think that's it's going to need some doing. But our car is certainly more competitive than it used to be anyway, so hopefully be able to do that. So really just hunts down Kimi Raikkonen being our main rival and Daniel Ricciardo being our second main rival. So there it is then. We just had a chassis weight upgrade. So you can see us now just behind Williams and actually not far behind Mercedes. Mercedes tends to develop very much. And, well, not quite able to do an upgrade for the next race, unfortunately, because we're going to hold out for an engine power upgrade for the following race. So really just trying to push for the bigger upgrades now rather than taking the smaller ones. So here we go into quali. Now I can tell you that my first 2 or 3 laps were on inters. I did 2 or 3 laps into on inters because it was wet and it's now completely dry. So I was sat in the pit saying, do I go out, do I go out, do I go out? And then it's just about dry enough, so I'm going to go for a lap. See me already half a second up. Unfortunately this button on the inside, they just put me off, makes me miss my apex massively. Didn't really cost me any time, but it just being there I thought I was going to have to avoid him, so it really just distracted me. And to see 2 seconds up already after effectively 1 corner really. And so going to be gaining lots of time, and it's absolutely bone dry, but about maybe 2 or 3 minutes ago it was only just stopped raining and I wasn't sure if it's going to be dry enough, so yeah, an interesting one. But up to P6, well, I'm in P6, but people are going to be putting faster and faster times. There we go, 38 from Kimi Raikkonen, mine's at 52, so it's 14 seconds quicker than me, and wow, that's quite a lot, so hopefully we can gain a similar sort of time, similar sort of amount of time. And is that right? That doesn't even seem right. If it's the 38, it must have been 14 seconds. Mind you, we are always 7.3 up. House is a 38 too. So it is indeed 14 seconds, and yellow flag, hopefully that goes away. What is it? It's the car up ahead, but looks a bit. Yeah, it does go away. And 7.7, 7.8. Been a pretty solid lap so far. Not the best lap I've ever done in my life, but this is my very first dry lap in this qualifying session. See me, I'm still purple, fastest of anyone, despite some fast times been put in. Hamilton and Raikkonen, but it's some solid times there. Carlos Sainz him away a little bit. Oh, unfortunately, end up flying into the back of him. I've got absolutely no idea what he was doing there. It looks like he might have lost his front wing, but for some reason he just slowed right down, right on my racing line, and I just didn't expect him to slow down that much on my racing line. Of course, by the time I hit the brakes, there wasn't a lot I could do bar completely drive off the track. So, wow, just massively compromised by Carlos Sainz there, and 13 seconds up on our previous in the end. Not good enough for pole, wouldn't have thought. No, it isn't. Up to P3, only 4 tenths off pole actually, but well, a bit of a damaged front wing. That is going to cost us some time. We're going to go for it anyway. We're going to go for another lap because we've been robbed there massively. And see, just having a better first corner there because we didn't get held up by button at all. That's 3 tenths up straight away. And well, if we had all of our wing, I'd be pretty confident of being able to beat our previous time. This is of course compromised to tyre wear as well. Means that we're going to have an extra lap of tyre wear on our tyres, but not what we can do about that. So 2 tenths up, then still purple, fast of anyone in the first sector. So despite that front wing damage, we're still putting a pretty solid lap in so far. And see they're just losing all the time. Better exit there from that corner. That's getting us some more time. And actually we're going to overall up on our previous by about a quarter of a second, then 2.5 tenths, up to 3 tenths if we can get it nicely down to the apex, which we can. Hard on the power, really good exit, but again just losing a little bit of time through every apex. Can't take quite as good minimum corner speed, so we're going to go again. We should hopefully gain some time in the part where we hit Carlos Sainz as well, because of course we would have lost some time there. And well, massively disappointing. I mean, you know, that's just, it's insane. Why go that slow on the racing line? But anyway, we're still, well, just under 3 tenths up, well, just about 2 tenths up or so at the end of the second sector. So still pushing. This is the sector now. I should better gain quite a lot because previous sector I didn't have my front wing anyway. We should gain lots of time. There it is. Lots of time. Getting about half a second or so there because we didn't hit Carlos Sainz this lap. And 7 tenths up on the previous. Is that going to be enough for pole then? Massa just put it on pole. 37.4. Wow. Okay, that's 1.2 seconds we're going to need, which I don't think we're going to be able to do. We're doing a really nice final sector actually, considering our front wing damage. And 8 tenths. Can we get to just over 9 tenths perhaps after the final turn? Just about, no, it's going to be just under 9 tenths. We cross the line, and what positions does that put us in? Not going to be pole, because Massa definitely got pole. P2 then. P2, I will absolutely take P2 considering the issues that we just had. That lap was with a damaged front wing. So P2 is an awesome result. Massa in P1 with the penalty. Massa has got a penalty, so we will be starting P1 on the grid. Not sure what we got that penalty for. And wow, that's really quite amazing. What's going on? Some guys didn't even improve. Ricardo, one of my key championship rivals, needed my teammate. Both Red Bull cars, who are certainly the fastest car on the grid, and Rosberg, none of which, for some reason, they all stay on the inter tyres. They didn't come in for a set of dry tyres. So, wow, okay. So, Kimi Räikkönen, though, unfortunately, my main title rival in P4 there, did manage to qualify, so we need to try and beat him quite comfortably. So, let's have a look at the strategy then. So, one stop as standard, and about 4 laps on the super softs. You see we start with about 80% tyre wear or so after those that double quarter lap. We're going to set the soft tyres and then run into the end. Pretty light tyre wear on this track, really. 25% race. And, well, straight out the grid then. So we have got Lewis Hamilton just behind us there. Raikkonen behind us again. Clutch in, 5 lights. Clutch out and away we go then. So pretty good reaction to the lights there. Not too bad at all. Better start than everyone around us. I'll certainly say that. Marcus Ericsson, I didn't pick up there. Starting P4 on the grid. What an awesome quality he's just had. He's actually up the inside of everyone. Looking in the mirror there. I've had a nice couple of first quarter. He got up into P2. Marcus Ericsson, the Sauber legend, up into P2. And, well, that's fantastic news for me because Marcus Ericsson, the Sauber car, is certainly worse than mine. So I should be able to pull away from him quite comfortably despite being dry. And if someone like Lewis Hamilton or Kimi Räikkönen was in P2 there, I might be in a bit of trouble because their car would be faster than mine and they'd be almost certainly faster than me in these dry conditions. But luckily, Ericsson and Button in P3, I think I'm probably faster than Jensen Button as well on pace. So really bad start from Hamilton and Raikkonen there, which is great news for me. I just need to try and push now. Just need to try and get that gap out. Actually, I've not got much of a gap. I thought I already had quite a big gap to Ericsson. Not quite managed that just yet. About a second or so. Not too bad, but more than that already. But yeah, we just need to hope that he can stay ahead for as long as possible then. And we can really just push hard now and just pull away and just get that all-important gap because inevitably the fastest cars are going to end up at the front. So we just need to try and have the biggest gap possible for when that does happen. So really, again, just pushing there. Only 7/10 actually at the last count. So Ericsson having a pretty solid lap here. But again, I'm not too worried really about that. I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to see me just squirming everywhere there. Just trying to push a little bit. And pretty confident I'm going to be able to beat him there. Backing right out of it with the fuel load through that turn. And taking that horrible corner really. With a very blind apex. You've pretty much got to guess where to turn in. And around the final turn now then. And once again though, Marcus Ericsson, fair play to him. Pretty much keeping up with me. About a second now, I'd say. What are we saying? 8/10? Yeah, 8/10. So just under a second. So fair play to him. Straight ahead then to lap 5. And not a lot happened with me. Just pretty much kept pulling away from Marcus Ericsson there. Found a bit more pace though, over him than I had that on that first lap. And Massa's now in P2. Button's still in P3 then. So pretty solid result from Jensen Button there. And so actually we're going to stop this lap then. Which was scheduled. And I'm not sure maybe just telling me the gap behind. But 2.6 seconds he's telling me anyway. And I think I've asked him for all this information. It's just talking over me. How rude, engineer. But yeah, so tyre wear on right side there, 40%. Not too bad. I think that's what I meant to do. Box this lap. And here we go. Then coming to the pit entry. Quite a tricky pit entry here at COTA. And pretty much nailing it there. That was pretty nice. Can I get slowed down? Yes, I can nicely. No silly penalties needed. As we're comfortably lead by 2.6 seconds there. 2.4, so Massa gained 0.2 in that final sector. So I've probably got similar pace to Massa. But all the cars that are ahead of him are going to be quicker. So teammates in the pits. And, well, we don't need to worry about cars jumping me. Because I was so far ahead of them. And there's a few cars still staying out. Looks like they're going to go an extra lap on their super soft tyres. Who's coming in down the pit straight now? It's only a Renault, I believe. Yes, it is. There's only a Renault. Just saw in the mirror. So it's Kevin Palmer. And, well, that's a pretty good result because it looks like Massa's dropped back quite a way. So we didn't have the best pit stop. And I've got absolutely no idea where the Ferraris, where the Mercedes, where the Red Bulls are. Because don't forget, my main championship rivals, that's what we're really thinking about now. As we're really going for the title. Kimi Räikkönen, who's currently in the lead of the championship, and Daniel Ricciardo, I'd say, still a bigger rival at the minute. Purely because he's got the fastest car by quite a way, and he's only 1 point back from Räikkönen, I believe. So, but at the minute, this is looking pretty good, isn't it? With a Renault as our rear gunner just behind. I would imagine he'll box at the end of this lap though, and looking like a solid result. But we just need to keep pushing because we've got Massa at the minute, who's effectively in P2. He came out in P2. And Palmer in between us, but I imagine he'll pick this up, so we won't come into it. So if we can push, if we can maintain the gap or even pull the gap out slightly to Massa, might just be able to keep that gap till the end and not have to worry about any battling, any defending. It's probably not what you guys want to see, but it's certainly what I want to see. Just want these wins now. I want nice, safe wins. I don't want to be messing about too much. I'm really just going for the title now. That's all I want. That's all I want is the title. 30 points back at the minute, well, before this race. So if I can win this race, and then I'm still absolutely on for the title, especially if Kimi Raikkonen and Daniel Ricciardo can't even get on the podium. We'll see where they end up at the end. Looks like everyone is coming into the pits then, which is going to push me from P7 all the way back up to P1 then, which is absolutely what we want to see, or what I want to see anyway. And Palmer does pit behind us, so we've got Felipe Massa just behind us then. So, well, lap 7 at the minute. I'm going to skip ahead all the way to lap 11 then, end of lap 11, coming on to lap 12. Now look, we've got Vettel just behind us and Raikkonen just behind him. So, well, it looks like we are going to have to do some defending. Looks like they've managed to get through on Felipe Massa. I've managed to pull out slightly on Massa. They have managed to get through on him. So, it's going to be about defending now. We've only got 3 laps left, including this one. We've got 2 very fast Ferraris to defend from, so easier said than done to defend from those guys. Now, luckily for us, Raikkonen is in P3. Again, he's our championship rival, not Vettel. Vettel isn't really even in the title hunt at the minute, unless he starts winning races. But, so we've got the right person in P2 at the minute, but again, we just need to push. We need to push. I don't want Vettel to be attacking me too hard and then Raikkonen to get right on us and end up P2 again, as he did in the last race. That's absolutely not what I want. So Raikkonen's in P3. That suits me down to the ground. And it is looking like I've got 1.4 laps of fuel. Looking like Vettel is very close to me then, so he is absolutely faster than me. We've got plenty of fuel. They can't quite go rich to the end, but not far off it. So we can go rich for most of the way till the end. And having a solid exit there. Looks like I compromised my entry slightly just to have a better exit, which means Vettel's going to be able to get absolutely nowhere near me, fortunately. And, yep, absolutely. In fact, I pulled out a long way on that exit there, so a really nice exit from me. And just taking a bit of a corner cut there. I've done a couple of corner cuts in this race, but I don't worry too much about corner cuts. And actually, Hamilton's managed to get past Raikkonen. Hamilton now up to P3, which is absolutely what we want. The further down the grid Raikkonen is, Raikkonen is the better. Looks like they're still side by side. I think Raikkonen might take it, unfortunately. So Raikkonen's back up to P3. But if Hamilton can get through on Raikkonen, and meaning that Raikkonen's actually down in P4, Vettel and Hamilton are not my championship rivals. So that'd be awesome news. And I'm just taking, for some reason, really quite slow through there. I'm perhaps just trying to save my tyres. I'm already very wide there as well. Looks like Vettel's all over me now. This could be an interesting DRS zone coming up here. Around the final turn, need a good exit. Do I get it? Yes, I do. That was a really nice exit. That's pretty much what you needed. Rich mixture, and so you're pulling out a little bit from Vettel there. He's got DRS zone, and he's going to get some slipstream. Will that be enough? No, I think the straight. Nope, the straight isn't quite long enough. Fortunately for him, so fortunately for me rather, unfortunately for him. So I'll certainly take that. Raikkonen's still in P3 at the minute. And again, just 2 laps left to go now. 2 laps left to go for another win this season. And it's been a phenomenal season for results. And despite being the first season on Mano, I still honestly can't really believe it. I'm still leading this race, still on for the win. And if we can repeat pretty much what we did last lap, ideally with a better final sector, then this win is in the bag. But Vettel just gets so worryingly close to me there. I always think he'll dive inside into this next turn. Going to rich there. See 1.3 laps of fuel still, so we probably can go rich till the end now. And again, just compromise my entry, getting a nice line, taking a nice little apex, get hard on the throttle now to get a good exit again. Look at that. They must try probably brake quite late and take a lot of apex speed and then just compromise their exit slightly. That's absolutely not what I do. And looks like, is Hamilton going to take Raikkonen again? Where's Hamilton gone? Don't think he is. I think Hamilton might drop back from Raikkonen slightly, actually. Not sure what happened to him. But anyway, well, we just don't need to not worry about that. I'm thinking about it now in the commentary, but we just need to not worry about that. All we need really is the win. Like I said, if we win every race till the end, that's the title. We've won the title regardless of what anyone else does, but still just thinking about making it slightly easier for us if Kimi Raikkonen isn't in P2. So that's absolutely what we need. And P1 still, and looking like, again, just having a nice safe final sector here. It's looking pretty comfortable at the minute, isn't it? Vettel isn't just able to get close to me, but he may well be going rich on this final lap here for the final pit straight. And unfortunately, I've just run very deep there. It's not to do lots of wheel spin, but again, managed to get a nice sole exit, and I can absolutely go rich till the end now, nice and comfortably. So it's looking good for the win still, but don't want to curse it. We have got that very long back straight still to go. That's the last realistic overtaking opportunity now for Sebastian Vettel behind us. That's the only thing that's really can get in the way of our or another win rather. And looks like, I'm not sure what's happened to Hamilton. Looks like Raikkonen is a lot faster than him. I'm looking on the minimap there. Raikkonen is actually pretty close to Vettel now, so hopefully Raikkonen doesn't get Vettel. That won't be ideal for our championship hopes, but anyway, just concentrate this first sector now. That's the first sector done. So just 2 sectors left to go. 2 sectors left to go to take yet another win. And that was a pretty nice corner there. Maybe still in the exit though, and just trying to nail that corner because I know Vettel gets so close to me. Look how close to me he is. I think he is on rich now. Very close to me. He's not going to be able to get past me into this one. Just taking again, nice late apex, missed apex slightly, a little bit wider than I would like, but nice exit once again. Look at that, just streaking away from both Ferraris, which isn't ideal because it might mean that Raikkonen could overtake Vettel, but no, I think there's going to be enough DRS and slipstream for Vettel to stop that happening, fortunately. And he's gaining on me, but no, just nowhere near me, really, when it comes to it. I'm not sure what that black thing that caught my eye on the runoff area there was, but all we need to do now is hold it together. The start-finish line, you can see on the minimap, the start-finish line is very close to the final corner, so all we need to do now is hold it together, and we'll take yet another win this season. And it looks like Raikkonen will be P3 as well, so that's going to do wonders for our championship hopes as well. Only 40% tyre, so really low tyre on this track actually. And again, just no mistakes, that's all we need, just lots of understeer through here. My car is certainly not the best, as evidence there. Really lots of understeer. Penultimate corner, just one more corner to go then. Doesn't look like I'm going to make any mistakes now at all. Coming into the final turn, then we actually do make a mistake in the final turn, but it's not going to cost us a win. Fortunately, coming across the line to take yet another win. Raikkonen in P3, but we're in P1. That's the key thing. Yet another win this season, and I honestly don't even know what number that is because we've won a lot of races. And let's have a look at the podium then. So there I am, just hopping up on the top of the podium. And, well, I'll certainly take that. There's my car. Both Ferraris around me, but fortunately my title rival is in P3, not P2. So that's certainly a good result, really. And so that's going to gain me 10 points in the championship. That's going to put me just 20 points back then in the championship with 3 races left to go. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, I cannot believe how much I've even seen the podium scene, let alone the P1 podium scene. And there it is then. Confirmation, and Raikkonen was just 6/10 back from me in the end. Ricciardo up to P4, so I'm not sure what happened to Lewis Hamilton. He must have had some damage or something, perhaps from Raikkonen. But Ricciardo managed to get up to P4. I don't think he's another key championship rival for us. So both my championship rivals. Ricciardo started down in, what was he, P15 or something. It's up to P4. Solid race from him. Oh, P14 it says there. Solid race from him. And there we go then, confirmation, just 20 points back. That moves me right the way up to P3 in the standings then. So it is now all about my championship rivals who are dead ahead of me. Raikkonen 20 points back from Raikkonen, 16 points back from Daniel Ricciardo. And as I said there, Ricciardo has got comfortably the fastest car. So I'm still thinking that Ricciardo is probably my biggest challenger for now, unless he has a really shocking result. And, well, we're still on for it. We are still on for it. 3 races left to go, 20 points back. Wow, 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 wow. And, well, I made miscalculation before, but now we can win till the end. Yeah, we couldn't have done that before. We did need some bad luck from the other guys. If they finished second, they would have won the title. So we can now comfortably win every race and still win the title. But anyway, constructors then, that's pretty much nailed on for P4 now, isn't it? Well, there it was then. There's the US Grand Prix, and fingers crossed then we can get more wins, and we are now absolutely on for the title, just 20 points back. Can we get another win next time out? Well, join me next time, and I thank you for watching. Bye-bye.